We're engaged. OMG.
Hello, VLO gang.
Hey guys.
How's it going? It's been a minute since we've had a talking head video, but I'm sure this conversation will be very good.
Yes, we haven't sat with you guys in a while. We've been doing so much vlogging and that's a whole different type of format, but I was like, the people want us to sit our butts down and talk to really quick. So that's what we're gonna do today. Of course, as you may have seen, we had our last vlog was all about this man conspiring to steal me off of the market.
Did y'all see
Forever.
Cry? He cried.
Yes, he's so sneaky. And I had no idea
A lot went into it.
at all. Everyone was in on it except for me. So yeah, he's the final boss of surprises. But yeah, we're gonna get into a little story time as to what it's been like since we've gotten engaged.
Right.
So let's get into that. I'm V.
And I'm Lo.
Let's go.
Welcome back to our channel. Make sure you like, make sure you comment,
Subscribe,
share this video with your friends and family.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so yeah, we made an announcement that shook the world.
Shook our world.
Shook our world.
Yeah.
I definitely wasn't expecting. I didn't have many expectations, but I wasn't expecting the amount of support and the lack thereof. It has been an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you say that?
Yeah. That he put us on.
That I put us on. Yes. I don't regret it.
Yeah.
We have had time to have our own personal conversations, you know, about how each of us feels about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have a tentative date in mind, which we may or may not
Mystery date.
share.
You want you hoes stealing our date.
Right.
Not y'all, but the other people.
Right. But I really thought that it was time. We've been together, we've known each other for 5 years, we've been together for 4. And with everything going on in the world, with rights being rolled back and things of that nature.
Every day.
Yeah, us adulting, having a home together, doing business together, and really already acting as a married couple, as a partnership, as a domestic partnership. I just decided, you know, why not make it real?
I had made the mistake of talking about getting married. And the thing about this man is that he is what we call a manifesting generator. And I don't know if y'all know much about human design, but we're very much into it. And you can be one of 4 things. You can be a generator, a manifesting generator, a reflector, or a projector, which I am. When you give a manifesting generator a centimeter, they gonna take a whole multiple miles, okay? And before you know it, you have advanced to multiple levels ahead. And yeah, I mean, like he said, all of those practical reasons are reasons why I was like, you know, we do need to close ranks. If there was anyone on this earth that I would do it with, it's him. He is somebody that I trust completely with my life, with my death, with everything in between.
Yeah.
And you know, of course it was a beautiful moment, and any other moments beyond this will of course be beautiful, but marriage essentially from the perspective of the state is a legal partnership between two people, and especially when your families may or may not completely understand your relationship, it's important that those things are put in writing before anything happens.
Right. So we announced it, and we noticed that we received so much love, first of all.
Yes.
Thank you for all the support. We were literally like boo-hoo crying, watching it back and looking at the comments.
Yeah.
It's so heartfelt. We really built a solid community with you all, and we look forward to many, many more moons of this channel being what it is. Yeah, we're touched by all of the support.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to watch that vlog again for a while because it was so emotional.
It was.
I could barely get through reading all of the comments and everything. Love is such a beautiful vibration and frequency to experience. I experience it every day in this home, but to share it with you all is an experience that everyone doesn't get to have, so I feel very fortunate.
It was hard to edit that video, that vlog also for me. So I had to watch the footage over again, make sure the sound was right, and it's just a lot to put together. But needless to say,
beautiful job.
Thank you. So needless to say, we made that announcement, and then we noticed something.
What did we notice, babe?
We were on our horses, on our high horses.
Were you on a high horse?
You know, receiving the love, and then we're like, hold on a minute. There's some people not in our audience that have not said anything, that have not shown love. And there are people that are close to us, family, people that would have seen it or did see it.
There's no way that they didn't see it.
Right. And
Or hear about it.
I didn't really appreciate that. So that was that. And then I was like, you know, let's go to my mom's house and tell her. You know, we're gonna tell our parents, and we thought that telling your parents would be harder. So to get my parents out the way and stay on this high horse of celebratory bliss, we went to my mom's house. And lo and behold,
so we told them what happened. I was like, Angelo proposed to me, asked for my hand in marriage, and they were like, ah.
It was very awkward, kind of like
Very quiet.
silence. Definitely not what I was expecting at all.
Yes, because of course we live here in Georgia. His mom lives here in Georgia, so I spend almost more time with her these days than I do with my own mom. And I'm around them, around their family a lot. I've invested a lot of time and energy and heart space nurturing my relationship with his entire family, which is
we both have
a big thing, you know. And she has, I'm not the first person that Angelo has brought home to her.
exactly.
So she is experienced with, she knows that her son is a gay man, I would assume.
Yeah.
But for some reason,
Mind you, this was on a Sunday.
So this has been a week.
Hot off the press. Straight from the church to seeing her gay son with this. So I didn't really think about that. But needless to say, Val asked how she felt about it. She did not hesitate to share.
I don't know if I asked how they felt about it. I think they said, do you want to know what we think about it? That's what they said.
Sure, it was asked. And they gave their feelings towards it.
Obviously, they had a lot of feelings.
Right.
A lot of strong feelings.
That I didn't know about.
They being his mom and her current husband.
Right.
Which is not his biological father.
Exactly. So mom said that she has her own convictions, and I am entitled, or we are entitled to our convictions, but her convictions won't allow her to celebrate our union. So, yeah. And
it's really hard to wrap everything that happened up in a nice little bow.
Yeah, because we went from there to Adam and Eve.
Not Adam and Steve.
Not Adam and Steve. Mind you, she has a brother named Steve.
How is that relevant?
Because God made Adam and Eve and Steve.
Is her brother gay?
Oh, is that the point they're trying to make?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Oh, God made Steve.
Well, Steve is not with Adam, is he? Anyway. So, yeah, basically, she just hit us upside the head with her Bible, her word, and her interpretation of what she thinks that the word says. And I tried to throw a little logic out there, try to throw a little, education out there. You know that the word homosexual wasn't added to the Bible until the year 1946, right? And you know that it's been largely debunked that these scriptures in the Bible were actually talking about modern day same-sex, same-gender loving people. These scriptures were talking about people who are pedophiles or owning people as property, and
incest.
It didn't, and none of it phases them. It's like they hear these things and it doesn't matter. Why? Because Christians are so intentional about cherry picking the verses out that they think are absurd. Of course we don't follow those rules anymore. We don't stone people in the streets. We don't take people as slaves anymore. We don't do any of that crazy stuff. But homosexuality, that's gonna stand. We not budging on that. And there's this whole thing about procreation, this being fruitful and multiplying, and our purpose, she said the purpose of us on earth is to glorify God and to be fruitful and to multiply. And that is the dialogue.
She asked Val if Val had any eggs she didn't know about because she wants grandkids.
And that really stuck with him. I don't know.
It was getting offensive and annoying. I didn't like it.
Yeah, but it is, of course I don't have any freaking eggs. I mean, but it doesn't mean that a gay couple cannot have children.
Right.
And so I just think it's funny because I'm talking to a person who has remarried twice.
Yeah.
Has divorced twice and remarried twice, and is married to a person that they are not being fruitful and they are not multiplying with. But because it's a man and woman, it's this is the hypocrisy, right, that we experience within the Christian community, and they want to throw the Bible at you, but would be just so devastated if you try to throw it at them. We attended her wedding. We supported her marriage because we knew it would make her happy.
Right.
But we left that room that day not knowing if she, pretty much her saying, without saying, that she doesn't intend to attend our wedding. If we do have one, she doesn't want to be there. That's basically what she said without saying it.
Yeah. So it's been a little bit difficult. Sleepless nights for one sleepless night.
Yeah.
And
every now and again he just brings up,
randomly, can you believe she said, what does she mean? Like, yeah, it's been like that. That's why I said emotional roller coaster, because I've been like all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But I love how emotionally supported I am with being with Val. I'm not like spiraling. It's not that. It's just disappointment.
Yeah.
You want to share your disappointment story?
So after that night, and while I was speaking with his mom and her husband, I became emotional at one point, and I began to cry because I'm just like, I'm exerting all of this energy into trying to talk y'all off of this hill that y'all want to die on, and you want to execute me and throw me off of this hill too. And I haven't even spoken to my own parents about this, who have their own religious beliefs and views, and I'm using all of this energy for y'all. And y'all, you ain't even my mama, you know, and I gotta come from here, and I ain't even told her yet. And like, of course, all of this gets sprained on me. By no means was I ready to have any of these types of conversations, because I wasn't expecting to get proposed to, but I got proposed to. I said yes. We are together. This is what's happening in my life right now, so I have to rise to the occasion, and that's what's happening. But I'm just like, dang, like, so instead of us trying to call them or visit or be there in person, I mean, they live in Michigan. I would have had to book a whole flight to do that. That wasn't practical. So I was like, let me just put together a little text message. So I put together a text message basically just saying like, hey, and I sent a few nice, you know, PG pictures of me and Angelo's day. And, you know, I said, you know, hey, as you may or may not have heard, Angelo proposed to me. I said yes. We more than likely will be getting married. I know that we have certain religious beliefs that we grew up on, and that I have had my own personal experiences, you know, that have been a challenging thing with our religious upbringing. And I understand that you may need time, because I need time too, to process all of this news and this information. But I love you, and whenever you're ready to talk, let me know. So that was basically the premise of the text. My dad got right back to me, and he said, you know, we love you, son. Thank you so much for your patience on this, which I thought was an interesting thing for him to say. And, you know, tell Jello that we love him or something like that. My mom, no response. Okay. So
in hindsight, I feel like I should have did the same thing.
Yeah.
I should have texted.
Yeah. And it seems impersonal, but when you know that you're dealing with people that aren't going to be immediately happy for you, who might need time to process news and something that big, it's kind of like, it's not me not wanting to share this moment with you. It's you not being ready for this moment, and I know, and I'm being emotionally intelligent enough to know that, let me give you this space and time. At least you won't hear from it from somebody else, and they're not gonna be like, oh, well, Val didn't say anything, that's crazy. Like, not like they wanted to hear it, but at least they can't say I didn't tell them. So yeah. So my dad was supportive, which, you know, was refreshing. And I didn't hear from my mom for like 2 or 3 days. Yesterday.
I didn't expect to hear from her either.
Right, I really didn't. But it is big news. So I'm like, I doubt, in hindsight, I'm like, this is a lot. Probably she might have to say something. So she calls me yesterday. I'm driving home from my haircut. And I'm in the car. She's like, it sounds like you're driving. Call me when you get home. I'm like, no, it's fine. I just put my headphones in. What's up? How are you? She's like, oh, I'm fine. How are you? And I'm like, I'm good.
Oh my gosh.
So she's like, yeah, so I heard about your announcement. I'm like, okay. And she's like, yeah, I'm disappointed. I was like, you're disappointed? She's like, yeah, I'm disappointed. I'm just disappointed. And I'm like, okay, why? And she's like, well, sweetheart, you know what our religion is, and I know that you know God, and that He's revealed Himself to you, and you just know how we feel about this. And I'm like, well, yeah, you know, but I just feel like it's very convenient, you know, the way Christians kind of pick and choose what they do and do not support or follow from the Bible. And, you know, I am in a happy, loving relationship. You know, Angelo, I'm very fortunate to be in a relationship. Angelo and I are people. It doesn't really matter what gender he is. He is somebody that supports me. We have businesses together. We have a home together. We have a life together. This is way more than whatever it is that you're talking about. You know, and
in a way, she was right. God has revealed itself to you. Your revelation of what God is and what this experience is your revelation.
Yeah.
And our parents just haven't caught on to our revelation because it's ours. You could experience this revelation if you would just love us and ask us how we feel about the situation and have a dialogue about it, but you all want to hold on to your Bible.
Yes, and I've just said in my tribute that I made to Angelo on Instagram, go check it out, and just in general, I've said the love that I experienced from Angelo is the manifestation of the love of God in human form. Only God will love you the way that this man loves me, and creates experiences for me. You saw the way he bent over backwards and turned over mountains and molehills and everything in between to make something special for me that I wasn't even thinking about. If that's not the love of God, I don't know what is. You know, and y'all need to tap into the love frequency. The religion that you follow, unfortunately, fixates a little bit too much on the things, you hating all of the same things that your God hates. But instead, can we focus on the love frequency, because that's what Jesus was talking about.
It's unconditional. Your love seems to have conditions. And my mom said out her mouth, I love you, but I'm like, keep it.
And that's the general premise, is I love you, but, that we're getting from our parents, our mothers specifically. I love you, but I don't want you to burn in hell. I love you, but you're an abomination. I love you, but I don't agree with your lifestyle. I love you, but I can't celebrate you. Unfortunately, I know that you do love me. I know moms love their children. But you need to understand what you say and what you do may be sending different messages and different vibrations. You're saying you love me, but it feels like hate.
Yeah.
And that's why they say no hate, no hate like Christian love. It's like when a Christian loves you, for some reason it feels like hate. You might not think you hate me. You might not think you do. But your actions are telling me that you hate me. It's just how it translates. You might not hate me, but the rhetoric that you're pushing is rooted in a space of hatred. So just like so many things in America are rooted in racism, and we didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't know Stone Mountain was a Confederate monument. We just go up there and we're just hiking along thinking it's great. Meanwhile, this is what the Confederacy, they set this space apart for them to push, and those flags are still waving to this day, and we don't even notice it barely. And it's the same thing with hatred of the LGBT community. People think that is about you loving a person, but the belief itself is rooted in hate.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, your own family members are throwing that at you. When you got engaged to whomever you got engaged to, I didn't judge you. I didn't say nothing. I'm just happy for you. I don't want to miss out on that moment. And I just think it's interesting that certain members of my family have chosen to sit this out. They've chosen not to congratulate me. They've chosen, and I'm not even, the older people I don't care, but it's my young cousins that I'm just curious about, because they're extra quiet. And I know if I got engaged to a young lady, they would have reached out.
Yeah.
I know that, which is absurd, because there was no point in my journey or Angelo's journey that said this man is gonna marry a woman one day. At no point. Like, the clues were all there, and y'all just
But I don't think that their religion teaches them that God needs their help, like condemning people. I could have sworn that when they tried to stone said person, that Christ was like, don't. Because if you don't have sin,
he who is without sin cast the
isn't
first
that
stone.
like a whole thing? They don't see that. They're throwing stones with their actions.
Well, of course not. That's like part of it, is being ignorant to the way in which you're affecting people, because you are just you're blindly following orders. You're a soldier in the army of the Lord. And what do soldiers do in the military? They don't get to say what is right or wrong. If your person says go over there and kill that whole village, that's what you got to go do. And it's about obedience. It's not about morality. So their religion is not about morality. It's about obedience. So it teaches you to be apathetic, which is the opposite of empathetic. Apathetic about what other people are going through. If it falls outside of what you think that they should be doing, you rejoice in their condemnation. So that is what we see, is because people are refraining from living their lives in so many ways, and they see you living your life in those ways, they feel cheated out of the system, because they're like, well, I promised that if I didn't do this, that, and the other, I would get to go to heaven. So that means people who don't do this, that, and the other are going to hell. And that makes me feel good, that because I didn't get to do that thing. So, but if they do it, then they're going to hell. So it's that thing, since you have been holding yourself back so much and restricting yourself back so much from doing things that would maybe make you happy or bring you joy. And you see me having joy and being happy and living a fruitful life, because our lives are fruitful. Our lives are happy. They're not looking at our fruit. They're just judging us from our roots. And you don't even know you don't even see the beautiful life that we do have, because you want to be blind to it, because it doesn't fit into the paradigm of what you think that should be the way that we're living our lives.
Needless to say,
I can go out.
this has exhausted us. We've been so sleepy lately. Our energy just siphoned away from this.
Yeah, and I really don't care what people have to say. The trolls on the internet, I don't care about the trolls on the internet. But when it comes to our families, I'm a very family-oriented person. I do care about my family. I invest time and energy and heart space into my family. And I know that Angelo does too. And there's not to say that he does have some family members that are supportive. You know, his siblings are very supportive.
Yeah.
And I mean, I haven't even told my siblings yet. I don't even know if they care. But my brother's wife, she's very supportive. But yeah, not a single one of my cousins reached out to them. And I know when my cousin had his baby, I was on FaceTime with him. I know when my cousin got engaged, I was texting her. I know when it's one of y'all birthdays, I reach out. So it is a seismic change to happen in a person's life, to enter into marriage. It's not just this like happy-go-lucky thing, like, oh, I'm just only excited about it. There's so much that goes along with making a commitment like this to a person, and I need support. I don't need you hating on me and telling me that I'm going to hell. I wasn't going to hell when I was bringing them to Thanksgiving. I mean, what the freak is the difference? Like, I don't get it. Like, where do y'all think this was going? You've been around for 4 years. Where did you think this was going is my question. You know, because like, you thought we were just gonna break up one day? I mean, were you hoping for us to break up one day and for me to just be lonely and single, or to get delivered and bring some girl home one day? Is that what your deep down hope was? That means you never really knew me or loved me for who I was in the first place. Deeply disturbing feeling.
Well, they have examples of gays that aren't gay anymore. So maybe they thought that was going to be the same testimony we had.
But those people, there's certain signs about people like that.
I don't even want to say her name on our channel no more.
That they are discontented with who they are in general. Like a person like that would never come and bring a person in and introduce them to their families and, you know, start a YouTube channel and just do all of the things and buy a home together and do all the things that we've done together. They would never go that far. I don't know what I thought was gonna come of me and Angelo, but
I I knew I was gonna marry this man. I don't know why everybody's so shocked. So
I don't know. We met, and this is just the most intentional man and patient. He's patient. Ooh, he waited. He stalked his prey and he pounced eventually. This is what the man, he got what he wanted, okay? And I got more than I ever even dreamed of having. I don't always dream big. What we have is something bigger than I ever even dreamed for myself to have. So I'm not stopping it. I'm not about to stop it. Yeah. And why would I? So I can go back home and be around y'all and go to church every Sunday with y'all and then what? Girl, please. I'm sick and tired of y'all. I can't.
And the people that we love the most in this world can't stop it. Our moms. Mm-hmm. My mom means so much to me.
Yes.
She knows that. Mm-hmm. She knows how much she means to me. She's my favorite person on earth. Mm-hmm. Like, she's exalted above all of them.
Yeah.
But I've chosen a spouse.
Yeah, good for you.
Chosen a spouse. And if mom doesn't want to come along,
it's so difficult though, because even with certain family members of mine, I don't even want to reach out to them because I don't even want to hear what they got to say. Yeah. Because I don't want to hate them. Like, I don't want to be like, you are a disgusting, ugly person, and I thought you were better than this. But
that's why I envy you the way that you told your parents, because I would have not experienced what we experienced.
Yeah, the ugliness.
The ugliness.
That is hate.
So ugly.
It's ugly, and when it comes out, it's like, ooh, I don't know if I can ever look at you the same. Yeah. And I used to like you. You're trying to talk about you disappointed in me. I'm disappointed in you. And I told her, I'm not surprised or shocked, but I did hope that years and years and years of me slowly walking you through this journey with me and showing you who I am and my character would make it so that you would understand by now. Maybe some character development would happen, but I fear none has occurred. You've stayed the same because that's how you want to be. You want to stay the same. You don't want to grow. You don't want to learn. You want to think the same way as you've always thought. And I can't change that. You know, and maybe I could if there was a little open-mindedness, but where there is none, I can't do anything about that or with that. I don't know.
It's true. It's true. But we have each other.
We can have each other. We always gonna have each other, and that is the beauty of the whole thing. Is
in the channel.
In our channel.
Y'all hold us down. Y'all feel the void. Yeah,
it's our companionship that is at the cornerstone of why we want to, be like this. We are so synced up in every way. We're so equally yoked, if you will, at this point. Why would I try to go and yoke up with the next person? For what? Like, this is 4.5+ years in the making, of yoking up with a person. And I'm very particular about everything, and he is in his own ways as well. We've learned each other, we've grown together, we've become who we are today because of each other. So that is not something that you take lightly. Most people cannot get past a first date. Most people cannot get past a year. The way that we're flowing through life together is a unique and special thing.
And I want to do it forever. And then when we die, over there in eternity, we can do it more forever. Do that.
It's a little scary. But I don't know if I could be without him. I'm so attached to him. Like, and vice versa. Like, we are just like an infinity sign forever and ever and ever. Like, half and half. Two make a whole.
Yeah. But y'all stay tuned. We have a lot of great content coming your way.
Yeah.
This has only made us so much stronger.
Yeah. I love my family. I love Angelo's family. I love Angelo. I love myself.
We just love them a little bit less right now. But it's okay, it'll come back.
My love, the love is at the most potency that it's ever been. I understand love now. I understand love frequency, and I fear some of y'all don't really understand love. You don't really get what it means to love somebody. You're so used to loving people conditionally that you don't understand love, and I can help you with that. But if you would be open to that. But yes, until then. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Make sure you like this video.
Comment, share, subscribe if you're not already a part of the Be in Love gang. It's
Welcome.
So fun over here. We are just having a blast, and I want you to come on our journey with us here.